I want to keep this short and sweet, and it's kind of impossible because there's so much. So much I can talk about, so much to cover. But I think what I will just say for now is that I am undergoing a huge amount of change in my life, and I'm attending group therapy 3 times a week, 3 hours per session, and it has been the absolute most incredible, like, useful, helpful experience of my existence. Better than any therapy I've ever received. And I've only had 2 other therapists that I had seen for like a few months. And I'm not gonna say that they weren't like helpful in any way. Like, they definitely were slightly helpful. But this is completely different. The topics we cover on things like boundaries, resilience, anxiety coping skills. These are things that everybody honestly should learn, probably, because they'll help all of us. But especially me right now. And I needed this more than anything, like, ever right now. So I just feel very happy that I'm finally kind of going through the work of healing a lot of these issues that I've had since I was a very young child, that I've known that I've had, that I didn't really know how to go about fixing them, changing them, trying to make them better, like, and some of them, it's just like, well, that's how I am. I knew my anxiety was incredibly high, and that was abnormal because other people around me never reacted the same way I did to certain things. So it was like, okay. And I wouldn't even put it past. I think I probably had ADHD, and that I probably have adult ADHD at this point, and I'm not just gonna self diagnose. I did go to a psychiatrist the other day, and I was like, can I get screened for this? And he was like, looking at the results, he's like, yeah, okay. It's very likely that you do, but we're gonna address this at a later point and first address these issues. So I was like, okay. But my, like, lack of ability to sit down and focus sometimes is so fucking. And it's weird because when I was a kid, I used to be able to sit down and read hundreds of pages of a book in a day and just sit down and do it. And I can do it if I really put my mind to it, but holy shit, the distractions and the whatever. Don't want to get off topic here, but yeah, like, I look back at this kid that I was, and I was jumping off the fucking walls. I mean, whew, like, I was obnoxious, and some of the kids were so mature, like, they were mature and quiet and, like, knew how to shut the fuck up, and I just didn't know how to shut the fuck up, and bouncing off the walls. I know kids are hyper, but you can kind of tell, like, when it's too much. But yeah, I guess that's what I'll say about it, but I feel like I was going somewhere with this. A lot of these things have affected so many of my interpersonal relationships, whatever, like my friendships, romantic relationships, everything. Since forever. And it's caused so many fucking problems in my life. And I'm not gonna say, because I first of all, I think I put too much blame on other people growing up, and I'd be like, people are just so terrible, and have like a victim complex. While yes, it was also me contributing to negative shit, but yeah, other people do suck. Like, it's kind of half and half. Like, I was like a piece of shit person. I'm just an asshole, I think is the right word. But yeah, other people have absolutely done things to me that were completely uncalled for, unnecessary, and just cruel. And I am still affected by a lot of these things that have happened, that it's like I can't get over them, and I have to just get the fuck over them, you know what I mean? Like, it's pathetic. So, well, whatever. It's not necessarily pathetic, it's just that I have to fucking do this work, do this healing, because it's really not worth holding on to shit that's not serving me in any way, and people are living in my head rent-free, and they don't even know I exist. Like, there's no fucking point sitting here and dwelling on it, but that's a problem I've had since like 5th grade. Is like dwelling and dwelling and dwelling on something until I feel it's resolved. You're my therapist now. But anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna come out of this like a whole different fucking person. Because it's crazy how much of how we behave and think and everything that we do, we're shaped by our environments, we're shaped by the way other people treat us, and our actions and the way we think, it's all a direct, like, it's like, how we think of ourselves is how we'll talk to other people, how we'll treat other people. And everything is just, like, projecting. It's just, so, yeah. I just don't want to be a piece of shit, you know? I don't want to be a bad person. I don't want to be overwhelmed with anxiety. I don't want to have these terrible, like, tendencies that I have. I don't want to ruin friendships. Yeah. I think that's pretty reasonable. And it's like, this is really what it is when people say I need to work on myself. Like, holy shit. I need to work on myself. And it is a crazy ride. And I've learned that life truly is painful. But I also feel like because I've been through so much shit, in the future, I'll just be like, I hit rock bottom already. Bring it on. Bring it on, old man. Bring it on. So, I don't know why I just quoted that. Corgi. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, I'm falling apart. Yeah, no, I just feel like in the future, it's just like, once you go through terrible things, you can handle them better. Duh. Resilience, motherfucker. We learned about it. Okay. So, yeah, I guess that's all I really wanted to say for now, but, I have a crippling technology addiction. That's another really fun thing that I've had for a very, 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 very long time. I've had a smartphone for, like 8 years now, and ever since then, life has been shit because of my crippling technology addiction, which I've had since I was in, like, 4th grade, let's face it. And all of my hobbies and interests and everything I love to do is all on the computer, because that's where I started. And it's like, I've realized in the past 2 years or so that I need to be doing other things, like starting to work out, which is exactly what I'm gonna do when I get off this fucking thing. And the difference that's made for me, oh my god, like, being able to go do things. I didn't even go outside while I was in high school. Let me tell you, how the fuck was I alive when I was in high school? Because I ate taquitos, frozen taquitos from fucking Costco for my breakfast, or I wouldn't eat breakfast at all, and then I would go to school and eat the shit that they have in the cafeteria during, like, breakfast, because you could, if you got there early enough, and then ate more shit for lunch, came home, sometimes I didn't even eat, oh my god, and then I would, like, sit on my ass, I would like, on my computer and play World of Warcraft, and I didn't go outside. I did not go outside. I didn't play a sport. I didn't do fucking anything. I know I'm ranting, but holy fuck. Like, why do you think I literally was tired all the time and felt like shit, and my skin was fucking terrible. And I wondered why I felt like shit. So, yes, your environment determines how you're gonna feel, especially if you feel depressed. I wonder why I'm so depressed. The blinds are closed, I don't go outside, I sit on my computer all day, I don't do any physical activity, and I eat like garbage. Obviously, it's not like your depression's gonna be cured if you do all those things, but of course it'll help if you fix all of those things, really. That's what I meant to say. Okay? Of course those factors fucking contribute to your depression. So, yeah, and I was so tired. no matter how much sleep I got, I would get out of bed 15 minutes before I had to leave. All I would do is put my clothes on and brush my teeth and brush my hair, and I looked like a mess. And I would go to school. Laziness. And it doesn't make you feel very good about yourself either. Anyway, I guess that's what I'll say for now. And I will go more in depth on these things at a later point because I want to go work out because it makes me feel really good. And I'm finally getting more flexible and I can almost touch my toes, and I've never been able to touch my toes. And I know that might sound horrible, and it is, depending on how you look at it, but that's such a CBT thing to say, not cock and ball torture. Cognitive behavioral therapy thing to say. There's no right or wrong here. It's all a matter of opinion. Oh, it's like Buddhism. Just makes you feel like just so at ease. Just like, it's okay. I have no control over other things, but that's okay. It's freeing. It really reminds me of Buddhism. Okay. That's it. That's all.